Now here's a someone that sent me this WebBot, couple paragraphs out of a WebBot report from 2015. I think they had told me it was from October of 2015. But again, that damn WebBot, better late than never. Several years later, 2015, we're in 2020. So technically about 4.5 years later. So I always told you, I always gave you the little disclaimer. And it wasn't anything that Cliff I said. It was me saying, I know how this thing works. I've been following it for so long. I'm just going to give this out as people listen. Don't pay attention to the dates. It might say next summer or this winter or by next. Sometimes it's dead on the money, date and time wise, but sometimes it's not. And here's one of those things where you would have thought, well, this is never going to happen now. It's 4.5 years. I mean, and then here it is. Following the lead of Tavistock Institute's laws in other countries, most notably English-speaking or controlled, the data suggests that sudden and brutal, from the viewpoint of the population, new laws denying social contact and social services for persons not vaccinated will be proposed in many of these areas in Europe. These new laws are part of a global agenda, and in this case, the data sets are indicating that they will be using the mass migration, diaspora, as a reason to force these laws into place. Note that this was originally forecast in 2006, if my memory serves, by the data, and will, after this trial run in the Eurozone, be brought to American cities as well. The reason cited in the USA will also be the unchecked immigration, which will be cited as a disease risk, thus the need for the new law saying you will not be able to even ask for government services unless you got your vac pack with you to prove your vaccinated status. In some of the data sets, there are new supporting sets indicating that Germany and France will prove to be real problems for the powers that be as they try to shove this agenda forward. So much problem that the top powers that be are showing as sending the Pope, on a vaccine sales trip through those countries. Not that it helps their cause at all. Now I want to back up for a second. Joe, it sounds like we're going to be forced, man. They're going to... Hold on. Trump wasn't president. Had Hillary won, this would be making a lot of sense right now. Because she would be pushing us forward in the worst kind of way through all this nonsense. Because we have Trump, and as you've seen, he was adamant stopping the people from coming across this border. I'm talking from Mexico. Unchecked immigration, as the WebBot calls it. And we had a problem with this. He steps in, we're going to build this new border wall. Of course, the Democrats, through George Soros funding, sending all these people up from South America. And again, they walked 40 miles. They came 40 miles a day. They're in flip-flops. That one's barefoot. No, they were bussed in. Someone paid for the buses. Okay, get off the buses. We need to do video to make the CNN and them show this nonsense. And they saw people paying people. It was utter nonsense. But bottom line is, that's what the WebBot was picking up on. Not just that exact protest or whatever, or not really a protest, but these unchecked migrants coming in. Again, it was just a ploy by the deep state and the Democrats. But we did have a border issue, period. We still do. So he stopped that. They're never going to be sending people back like that. Like, not under Trump's watch. So that's done. That's not happening. The whole thing about what they're going to try to do in Europe with the vaccines. Oh, they're going to do the little trial run over there, and then guess what? It's coming to American cities. Yeah, sure. Maybe under Hillary, but not old Donald Trump. But again, the WebBot, and I got another paragraph to read. The WebBot, Bible, if you will, code of conduct, if you will, of the WebBot, states it doesn't know if events actually going to happen. It just knows these are going to be hot topics, newsworthy, whenever this happens or the talk about it happens. So, like we're saying, for example, lots of deaths, hospital deaths. The news is out there if you turn on CNN. In their fake news showing, which was really CBS, showing the hospital scene from Italy, pretending it's New York, it's apocalyptic. It was a lie. But again, WebBot would never tell you, oh, that's propaganda. No, it's just saying this is going to be hot topics coming out. And here we are. So next paragraph. The data sets are pointing toward a period that may be starting as early as this fall, in which there is a building wave of bankruptcies in USA corporations, such that a follow-on wave of unemployment begins in the USA. These sets include cross-links to derivatives failure in the markets entity, in which hundreds of corporations are instantly bankrupt. These sets are showing a failure of inventories in the supply chain will begin occurring within days of a lockup or contention between two large banks. This trigger event is showed as an unintentional consequence of an automation collision. The effect is a huge impact on the population, as the wave of layoffs and firings is very rapid and fierce. The layoff wave is so large as to create ripples instantly within the political process and the elections within the USA. Some of the data sets are showing that between one day and the next, about 40 hours or so, there will be millions laid off. Further problems will begin to ripple out from then, also in an almost instant fashion, as various aspects of the social order break down and or morph into whole new shapes. In instances within the data details sets, we have a picture being painted of people being abandoned at train stations and airports and colleges. Encampments are suggested as taking over some universities, as the students become struggling tribes, as their parents and transportation systems fail to rescue them. Note that we will be hearing many of rescue words appearing in these social stranded, abandoned people or whatever. So if there's probably a lot of you, you're watching my videos. If you've been watching my videos for the last month, just the last month, everything I just read you're scratching your head right now going, whoa. I know what that is. Oh, that's happening. Oh, that. See, if you may not have been paying attention too much lately, making some certain connections, you might hear a couple of things I've mentioned, 2 or 3. Yeah, I kind of see that. But it's not really sticking yet. If you're kind of even slightly an OG, red-pilled. Oh, I was red-pilled a while ago, dude. Oh, I woke up, even 2 years ago. Okay. Everything I just read you is hitting home right now. Oh my God, there's not a single thing that he just read me that I'm like, well, I don't know about that. Whoa. So we have meat factories shutting down, some poultry factories shutting down, swine as well, pig. Farmers, I saw this guy that my wife sent me this thing on Facebook. I think it's from Texas. They're telling us to kill these, basically kill off the cattle, and yet at the same time we just got a shipment to the United States from another third party, another country. Why would we take the shipment from the country when we have our farmers here? That's what he was saying. So we do see some problem in the supply lines. Again, Amazon. Try ordering anything you want on Amazon, almost anything. May 5th earliest. Some things I was seeing someone posted June. This item will be ready to ship by June. June? Dude, I'm paying for Prime. Are we paying for Prime? Don't I get my shipment in 2 days? What's going on here? So you can already see it. I don't know about these two banking entities just yet. But, these sets cross-link to derivatives failure in the markets entity, in which hundreds of corporations are instantly bankrupt. What happened with oil, people? It went effing negative. First time ever. Futures contract negative. What the? And Trump didn't seem too concerned. He almost came out like, oh yeah, it's the gamblers, it's the the traders, and it's just the speculators. Almost like he was kind of happy it happened. And if he's kind of happy it happened, he probably took out a lot of bad guys in their corporations. Having said that, there are good guys in their businesses, corporations, that are in deep, deep trouble. Again, even the thing that the lady was arrested, 2 undercover police officers in some town in Texas went in and pretended to be customers inside of a lady's house who was doing hair salon at her house rather than the business because they shut down everything. They arrested her for disobeying the mayor's, stay-at-home or whoever's stay-at-home order. And again, Bill Barr, Attorney General, sent out the letter to all the attorneys general across the United States saying, you know, in times of toughness, panics, the Constitution doesn't get paused. The Constitution's always there and always in full effect. And there's some words to that effect. Which would mean you can't force people to shut their businesses down. You can't force people to wear a mask. You can't force people to stay home. The lawsuits are going to be flying out of control. In many of these Democratic-run states, counties, cities, are going to get hit. And we may face a wave, a swath of bankruptcies, of municipalities, not companies, your freaking municipality filing for bankruptcy. And Trump has said, for these poorly run states, why should we bail them out? Let those people feel that pain. You guys keep voting blue. Oh, I'm a member of the UA local union number 5. We get $100,000 salaries and my bonus check, and I don't even have a job anymore. You know, my pension. I'm going to keep voting blue the rest of my life. I don't want this gravy train to end. You kidding me? Well, it might end no matter who's your boss, no matter who the person running your state is, like a Democrat. Because if the funding doesn't come from the federal government to bail them out, you're done. You're toast. And at that point, since you're toast, you may finally realize, well, after everything I've witnessed here lately, you know, I guess I might as well vote Republican. So, there's that, guys. I know what, bot, I'm telling you, man. Holy cow. Take care.